Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we are going to be taking a look at a brand new console-friendly UTV made by Dubz. Now, as of recording this video, this vehicle is available publicly on mod.io, but has not yet been approved for consoles. However, once it does get approved for consoles, I will put a pinned comment down below letting you guys know that it is on the console mod browser. Now, if you want to check this thing out, once again, I will also leave a link to its mod.io page in the description of this video. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and fire it up, get it into the garage, we'll customize it, and then we'll bring it outside and see what it's all about. Also, this thing has some really cool features, specifically on the interior, and you see the little cubby down there in the dash? You can place any of the bobbleheads in there, including the portable radar or any of the base game bobbleheads, and that cubby is specifically designed so that they fit. It is such a cool little feature and makes this thing even more of a blast to drive and a blast to use. Now, let's get just a little bit further on now. Alright, so as far as the engine goes, your factory engine is going to give you a 8+ powered weight rating. You also have a tuned engine and a turbo-tuned engine, which I think we're going to have to go for the turbo-tuned. And then we have, transmission-wise, we have factory 5-speed, pre-runner, and trail box. The pre-runner box is going to be your, get it done quickly. And the trail box is going to be a little bit more for, like, realistic trailing. Now, suspension-wise, you've got factory A-arms, you got active max lift, and you've got HL A-arms. I'm going to go with the active max lift. And tires-wise, we have a massive selection from 26-inch tires to 30-inch tires to 31-inch tires to 33s to even 34s if you really wanted to go big with it. Now, one of the coolest details about these tires is that Dubz himself, the creator of this mod, made all of these tires. These are all Dubz tires, which is absolutely incredible. And when it comes to making tires, Dubz is definitely an absolute beast. Now, really at the end of the day, you can go with whatever tire you want. I'm going to go with these 34-inch flames. And then as far as the winch and the lockers go, you've already got those taken care of straight from the get-go. We're going to go with the tall snorkels. And we can throw kind of a tubular front bumper on there if we really want to. Roof rack is definitely possible, but I think we're going to go with, well, now that I look at it, though, I'm like, yeah, we can go ahead and throw the roof rack on there. We'll throw the drop hitch on there. Cargo bed, this is where it gets interesting because you have ammo cans back there. You have Dubz cooler, which we'll definitely throw back there. Gas cans, let's see, a shovel, and you also have TC's toolbox. Let's go and throw that on there. And then wheels-wise, we have factory wheels and black aftermarket wheels. We'll go with the aftermarket wheels. And then colors-wise, you have this standard kind of dark green, almost like a forest green or a forestry green. But you really do have a full selection of colors that you can go through and pick whichever one you think fits your build best. Now, I think for our build, I'm definitely kind of going back and forth between maybe like the yellow, maybe the orange. I'm kind of debating upon any one of these that might work. But I think for this build, I think I might go with the orange. There's something about like an orange UTV that I feel like it works more on a UTV than it does on a truck, and I don't know why I feel that way, I just kind of do. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. Now that we've got this thing built, let's fire it up and see what it's all about. It fires up quick, too. It's definitely not a vehicle that takes, like, forever to start. Now, let's see what kind of trailers it can tow. I'm super curious. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Is that, like, So the pre-runner transmission does not have low, nor does it have high. Oh, God. It could pull the IX8 slot. That's terrifying and moderately dangerous, I feel. It's got a pretty good selection of trailers, though. Let me make sure that I have the right gearbox selected and that I didn't mess something up. Let's see. Garage-wise, mobile garage-wise, let's see. Gearbox, pre-runner, there's factory 5-speed, and then if I go with the trail box and then I refresh that, let's see. Okay, so that gives me my full gear range. So really, you are only going to be using the pre-runner gearbox for racing, and that is it. And actually, with the trail box in automatic mode, it's actually not that slow. But I wanted to swap that out because I really did want a full range of gears. And when I found out that the pre-runner box, for some reason, did not have low or high, it literally just had neutral, automatic, and reverse, I was like, I don't know if I want to use that for an all-round test. Now, let's see. We're going to go ahead and send it straight into the river. Oh, God. Actually, it does a really good job through that. I'm going to put it back in automatic mode. Don't you dare fall over. Okay. Easy. It's actually got a really well-balanced center of gravity, though, because if it didn't, it would not have stayed upright that long. Oh, bro, this thing digs in and goes. That's actually really, really good. Do not... Yep, nope, I knew you were going over. I knew it was going over right there. If you get the angle wrong, you're gonna go over. But that's kind of like, you know, one of those things that you just know. You know what I mean? You just know it's gonna happen if you get the angle that wrong. All right, real quick, we are gonna go ahead and use this guy to pull it back over. And boom, he's good to go. All right, let's go ahead and get back into the Kawasaki Mule. Make my way back up this trail. I do want to see if I could just use the rocks to go around the Raptor. Oh, yeah. Easy. Even in high range, it was just like, yeah, we're just going to scramble right over it. Now, I do want to see how it does on the normal rock obstacle that we use, because on this rock obstacle, you're dealing with a lot of different variables. You're dealing with, like, balance, you're dealing with grip, you're dealing with all these different things, and you definitely have to pick your line accordingly, depending on what vehicle you're actually approaching the obstacle in. Not bad. Oh, not bad. Bro, it scrambled right up those rocks. That's really good. Like, I mean, keep in mind that these are not gigantic tires either. You just got to be really careful coming back down. Coming back down is definitely going to be where you'll have to exercise a lot more caution than going up. Going up is, like, all good, just fine. Going down, it's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy going down. Now, as far as mud goes, I feel like this thing's probably going to be pretty dang good in mud, and I've used it before, but I haven't used all of the tires in the mud. So let's go ahead and put it in high and see how long we can keep the momentum going in high in, firstly, the shallow mud, and then secondly, I want to see how it does in some of these trickier mud lanes. All right, let's see what you can do. Oh, God. Well, that didn't last very long, did it? That's not, you know, and that's not a dig at this vehicle by any means. That's just kind of one of those things where, like, you gotta realize how deep this mud gets and how it gets deep very quickly. Like, and if you're not on top of that, you will get stuck. But, again, that's also kind of, like, extra realistic in a way. All right, let's see what we can do on some of these other obstacles real quick. I do want to see how it does over the bridge jump. I really, really, really want to see how it does over the bridge jump. But let's see how it does off the dips obstacle first. Alright, so let's go ahead and get you into position. I'm going to throw the... Oh, God. Maybe I should be in regular low for this. The approach and departure angles with the 34-inch tires are really good. I mean, and you can tell that a lot of... Oh, God. A lot of attention was paid to getting the tires, especially in the front, to sit as far forward as humanly possible, because with that, you really don't have to angle it at all when you're approaching an obstacle, approaching a ditch, approaching anything like that. It climbs right over just about everything and avoids getting high-centered pretty dang well. Not easy. There you go. Not bad. Not bad. Like, genuinely not bad. Dude, I love how the mirrors work. Even though they're tiny, they still actually get work done, you know? They're not, like, just there for show. Because, I mean, you know, with them being that small, he could have easily just gone, they're not really that big, I'll just leave them alone. But no, he went to the extra detail to make sure those mirrors worked, even though they're tiny. And even though, you know, not a lot of people will probably drive this thing in the interior view, Dubz still went to the extra level of detail and depth in the mod to make sure that even those tiny little mirrors actually worked, which I think is incredible. So now, let's make our way to the bridge jump and see what this thing is like when you absolutely send it into oblivion. Now, because we're running the trail box, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up to the top of the ramp. I'm going to come into it at full speed. I'm literally just going to ramp right into it at full speed and then immediately chuck it in neutral and let gravity take it from there. If you don't have a really high top end gear ratio, you can actually, like, throwing it in neutral essentially does the same job, and in some cases can make you go even faster because you're going to just take advantage of gravity and let gravity do its work at that point. And I also gotta say that on pavement, the grip of these tires is pretty dang good. I mean, he definitely paid attention to making these tires work not only off the road, but on the road as well. All right, here we go. Chucking it in neutral. Full send. It's picking up some speed. Not quite there yet, but let's go. It honestly, and because the barrels were there, it made it out completely unscathed. What even is that high range? Whoa, let me do that again in some proper mud, because that was not something I was expecting. All right, come on. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that was just a weird, like, one-time occurrence, because the way it took off in high range was absolutely incredibly, like, that was wild. It is literally pushing me. It is literally, I'm not even gonna bother loading cargo into it, because there's no way it would be able to even do anything. Although, you know what? That's precisely why I'm gonna load cargo into it. All right, hold on. Concrete slabs. Now it's fully loaded with concrete slabs. Can this move? Kind of. It's moving. It's moving! What? Whoa! I mean, even with the fact that the rear tires aren't even on the ground, this thing can move. And it can stop it, too. Like, if you use the handbrake, and obviously use it for the trailer brakes. But the fact that that could even move it in the parking lot is absolutely, like, mind-blowing. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.